this video, we will learn about Modern Language Association citations, also known as MLA. Citations are an important part of any research paper or assignment in which outside sources are consulted. Use citations when you use facts, opinions, theories, quotations, graphs, drawings, or other work created by another person. If your readers want to read something you used, citations will lead them to the works you consulted. In April 2021, MLA 9 was introduced. MLA 9, like MLA 8, prioritizes a set of principles designed to guide writers in the citation process, as opposed to previous editions, which establish concrete citation formulas. Here, we will look at creating a citation for a book and for an article in a library database. To understand MLA 9, you need to understand the difference between a source and a container. A source is what you are citing. For example, a source could be a book, an article, a speech, or a podcast. The container is where your source is housed. For example, if your source is an article that you found in Psychology Today, the container is Psychology Today. Sometimes a source will have multiple containers. If you use the library's databases to find sources, it's likely you will have more than one container. For example, an article found in an electronic journal has two containers. The source is the article, and the first container is the journal in which the article appeared. The second container is the database that contains the journal. When preparing to write your citation entries, MLA 9 tells us to consider an item's core elements. The core element should appear in order, followed by the designated punctuation. For MLA 9, the core elements are as follows: author, title of source, title of container, other contributors, version, number, publisher, publication date, and location. Not every source will have every element. OWL Purdue Writing Lab is an excellent resource when starting to generate MLA citations. To use this resource, locate the type of source you want to cite and match it up to the heading on the left-hand side of the screen. For example, if your source is a book written by two authors, click on the Books link and then scroll down to the entry showing how to cite a book with two authors. Use the example shown as a template and create your citation. Let's cite a book from the library's catalog as practice. A search for glass ceiling yields this result. We will now fill in the relevant core elements. The author is Joanne S. Lubin. The title is Earning It: Hard-Won Lessons from Trailblazing Women at the Top of the Business World. The title of the container is None, because this is a print book. There aren't any other contributors, and there isn't a version or number that we have to be aware of. The publisher is Harper Business. Publication date is 2016, and we don't have a location. And so, using the OWL Purdue model for a one-author book, our citation looks like this: Lubin, Joanne S., period, Earning It: Hard-Won Lessons from Trailblazing Women at the Top of the Business World, and that gets italicized because it's a title, followed by a period, Harper Business, 2016, period. Citing periodical articles retrieved from a database works in a similar way. A search of EBSCO using the search string glass ceiling in American presidency yields this search result. We can now fill in the relevant core elements. We have an author, Barbara Winslow, a title, The Highest Glass Ceiling: Women's Quest for the American Presidency, and we have a title of the container, which is the Journal of American History. We also have a version, 103, a number, 4, a publication date, March 2017, and a location, page 1115. We also have a second container because this is an article from a database, and the title of the second container is EBSCOhost. There's also a location listed, and this is the DOI. And so our final citation looks like this: Winslow, Barbara, period, The Highest Glass Ceiling: Women's Quest for the American Presidency, period, and that gets put in quotation marks because that's the title of the article, Journal of American History, and that gets italicized because it's the name of the periodical, volume 103, number 4, March 2017, page 1115, period. EBSCOhost, also italicized, and our DOI, period. There are also rules in MLA that govern how to set up your works cited page. This is where you will compile a list of all of your citations. Begin your works cited page at the end of your paper. Start by writing the title Works Cited and centering it. Then you will want to list your citations alphabetically, aligning them with the left margin. All entries should be double-spaced, and for citations that extend beyond a single line, apply a hanging indent. To do that, highlight the text and right-click on your mouse. Select Paragraph and then select Hanging from the Indentation Special drop-down menu. Creating citations takes practice. If you need help with your citations, you can call the Rothrock Library at 610-799-1150 and speak with a librarian. This concludes our brief look at MLA. Thanks for watching.